Well, we got to talk about this fight. That's the first thing we're going to talk about because we all seen it. Tank versus Roach went down on Saturday in New York, and the results wasn't what a lot of people wanted or expected. It did end in a majority draw. So based off of what you saw, Mace, do you feel like there was a clear winner?
Real quick, I know Mace usually starts. Mace, you mind if I start?
Yeah, go ahead. You go. I got my popcorn.
Because I just want to say something to your credit.
Okay.
This is really to your credit.
I really need my popcorn.
Yeah. Because a lot of times I'll be like, this nigga Mace he be bugging, yo. Like, I don't say it out loud because your opinion is your opinion. Mace always says, yo, don't bring this out with you because they're not going to win if you bring this out with you. Talking about football games, basketball games. And I'll be sitting here like, I don't really know, but then I got it when the fight went on. When you got that type of energy and you breathe in that energy when everybody's sad and mad and depressed and try to look happy, but they not really happy, it gets into you. You have to keep sage in that environment. When you're in that environment, it lingers into the fight, and that's kind of the result of the fight. So I just want to give, before we get into the actual fight, I just want to tell you, I see what you're talking about now, because the people you with could possibly your energy up for some that you supposed to do. You can't come out with that energy, man. It's bad energy, man. It is bad energy, man. Nobody's happy over there. Everybody's sad. Everybody act like they happy. You ever see that movie? I'm pretty sure you've seen Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And it's a part in Goodfellas where Sam Rothstein, who's played by Robert De Niro, they having mad fun. And Nikki, who's played by Joe Pesci, they over there just looking at them like, yeah, we're having fun too. They not having no fun. Tank, get out of there. Get out of there. But let's get to the fight, Murder. I see what you're talking about now when you talk. And this has nothing to do with Murder. Murder says this about basketball games for where I'm saying this, that I see what he's talking about. Nasty work, man.
You gotta have greatness with you. I remember we was talking about the Eagle game, and I said, if what was that? I said if Meek Mill walked them out, they're not gonna win a championship. Meek didn't walk them out, they end up winning that championship. It's just something about it. Like I remember Terrence Crawford came out with Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on to have one of those moments, you know what I'm saying? It says a lot, you know. Who else was that?
Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, this is what the Lions up. When you bring out Jello.
Mm-hmm.
And listen.
See, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, Jello not from Brooklyn, and them niggas wasn't from Brooklyn.
No.
Yeah,
in this fight, I mean, still trying to be serious.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's get into the real Tank
Question
now.
at hand, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this fight with Tank, let me start by saying this. Tank is a phenomenal talent. I was really taken aback when Tank said he might be ready to retire. The last person that was a great boxer that I heard say they were ready to retire was Roy Jones, and we saw how that ended up. And Roy Jones is, you know, one of those boxers that I really admired all the way through his career. But when you start talking that retirement talk, you always take a step back. It's hard to have words going backwards and go forward aggressively. And another thing was that it looked like he switched the team up. As much as they try to say it wasn't that, it was that. And this shows you that. Like, I remember one time I was somewhere and I was trying to do some music or something. And I let the guy hear the music. He's like, yo, you got to get back with D-Dot. At first, I didn't want to hear it, but it's something about the original people that you were with. Like, they they play a part in your success. Like they play a part in your energy. They play a part in what you produce. And sometimes you don't know that you're missing something until you actually don't have that person around. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the fight looked like to me. I think it would be a totally different outcome if Calvin Ford was there the entire fight. So a lot of this has to
He's not to cut you off, Mace. He was there. He wasn't the one man. He been reduced to the, well, you've seen it, but he been reduced to the sticking his head paws through the rope.
Yeah, and that's a part of the problem.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
You got there, you said, I mean, one of the things he said that, I guess when he was growing up, Calvin was like a father to him. So there's going to be some bad luck just by putting him in a different position. I just know that from experience. So, you know, I think he lost the fight, if we're being really honest. Tank, you lost that fight. I mean, the only reason they gave you the fight was because you would make more money as a champion, but there's no way it's a draw, and they didn't call it a knockdown. If they called a knockdown, you lost that unanimously. So I'm going to go on the record before everybody else tells you 100% you lost without blinking, hand up the guard, strike me right here. You lost that fight. And I think everybody believes that. I think everybody believes that. I don't think nobody, being really honest with you, would say that you won that fight. And I think this makes a great second fight if he fights him again. And I think this gave Shakur Stevens even more confidence than he had before. He walked out of there thinking he's ready. I was happy to see the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what you said, after this performance, this definitely looks like Shakur could be a better boxer than Tank. See, the thing about it with Tank, to me, is that Tank, when he fights, he knows he could turn up something.
Right, y'all. So there you have it. That was Kevin Mace from the It Is What It Is podcast, and he was speaking on Tank Davis, because Tank Davis, he fought over 24 hours ago, and fortunately for Tank, it was a draw. And we all know that, you know, that fight, Tank, he lost it. You know, he lost that fight, you know, fair and square. I think, you know, one reason why he did that, if I'm dissecting the fight, is first of all, he fought Roach, and that is his childhood rival. So Roach, he definitely knows Tank's weaknesses. And that is a big reason why Tank did not do as well as he usually does against fighters, because Roach, he has Tank's number. The second reason why Tank lost is because he used to have Floyd by his side, but not anymore, because right now they're not on speaking terms. And the reason why is because Tank, he has a big ego right now, so he's not speaking to Floyd. And Floyd, he was actually good for Tank's career, because he would help Tank navigate, and also he would give him pep talks and teach him different techniques. But like I said, they're not speaking right now, so I know that this is a big reason why Tank lost the fight against Roach. Even though it was a draw, I feel like he lost it. He lost the fight. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.